Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Skaven playthrough as Tretch Craventail and Clan Rictus, where we have been battering back the might of the lizard men somehow. I'm still a bit in shock to the fact I literally went on a lightning invasion and I've pushed them back. We had a couple of big ambush engagements, but and some hard battles in it, but we've done surprisingly well, and we've pushed them right back and taken a lot of their key settlements, which is well, we basically cracked them, because I mean they do still have some powerful settlements down here, but it's made a huge difference, this attack, because I've managed to put such pressure on them. I've pushed them back. It has helped that they are at war with other factions around here as well, which has really helped me. But I'm still shocked by the fact I was expecting a lot more of a rebuffal than I actually got. Anyway, let's stop harping on about that and jump into my end turn phase. Now, I'll be honest, this is the second time I've started recording this, because I'm having a few PC issues at the moment. Touch wood, it's all fixed. It doesn't seem to be doing it again at the moment. But it was just, I was getting a chunk of static noise and then it was just freezing. And after digging around and determining, I think there was a loose wire inside it somewhere. I've not quite worked out which wire it was, but I've pulled out, plugged everything back in, and yeah, it seems to be fine again now. I've said it now, it's going to crash in about 5/4. No, I wouldn't be surprised if it now crashed just to spite me, but no. So I've been having a few issues over the last few days. So if I do get a little bit behind on my videos over the next few days, that is why, guys, because I generally try and record a day or two in advance, because I do have things on in the evening, so because I have a big commute and things, so you know, if I do get a little behind over the next few days, that is why. I do apologise. Also, because tomorrow night I'm going to be recording lots and lots of, or tonight by the time you guys are watching this, I'm going to be recording Stellaris Apocalypse videos as a Spork Nation Space Orcs. So we'll be doing that as well. So that's why I wanted to get myself particularly ahead. But yeah, let's see what goes on. It's actually quite weird, because I actually started getting little crashes over the weekend. We had a teeny little tremor here, and I reckon that's what must have loosened up whatever it was inside which was causing it. Anybody who lives anywhere which actually has proper earthquakes, it was nothing. I mean, my desk wobbled slightly, my screens wobbled a little bit, and my wife downstairs didn't even feel it, so it was tiny, but you know, that's what we get in the UK about once every 10 years, if that. Anyway, we're back on our actual turn now, so right, let's keep the pressure on here.
Address me as Sir Lord.
You can go and support.
Sneak attack.
Makes an easy auto. Okay. Oh!
Hold it on those.
Tretch is already 40. Yeah, we've got everything we wanted. Trophy heads would be very, very nice, but I'm not that fussed about not getting it. Now, this is where it gets tricky. I need to bring everything together, because this is a tough army. So I need to bring all of my units together to fight them. So we're going to take a few turns just to get ourselves back in order. And then we're going to move down and we're going to try, as always, to bait him out into an ambush, because that's what we do and that's what we're good at. You can you can pull forward, you can go there, and you can sit in ambush stance. You've attacked, so you're not going to be able to do that.
Mighty am I.
I can't change your stance. We're not doing much this turn, unfortunately, guys. We don't generally have much going on just now. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do, though. I want to do some general admin. You can get leveled up, because that'll help us. We're good for public order here. Here is still struggling a little. Straight up want that. Level that up again. And here is good for now. This main thing is I want to be able to spend some time behind my lines just leveling everything of mine up, because at the moment I'm struggling a little. Is this only lizard man? It doesn't provide any income. The research rate's nice, but doesn't provide income. I far prefer ones which provide a good solid income. Where's the other one down here? Itza. I don't think I can see Itza. Ah yeah, Itza's got a special building as well, so I would like to get there. Let's keep looking at you guys. I want to try and confederate with these guys when they're struggling, and let's see if we can get any more trade agreements out at the moment. I am a reliable Skaven, guys. I am considered reliable, which is so weird as a Skaven. Yeah, I am a reliable ally, which obviously Skaven are honourable. Yes, Skaven are honourable. At some point, as somebody has commented, at some point I should backstab the Dark Elves, but Skaven are also cunning. So what I'll do is I'll backstab them at the right point. So, right now if I were to backstab them, I would get obliterated. If it was more powerful, it would actually be perfect, because they're embroiled in that vicious, violent war with the High Elves. So all of their armies are heavily engaged, so I could potentially smash up through their homeland quite quickly, but I'm nowhere near powerful enough to do that. Now, give it... Ooh, let's see. Give it a few turns, another 100 turns, once I control all of Lustria, for example, and if I do manage a successful invasion of Bretonia as well, basically I need to be a bit more on parity with them, and then they will be going invading elsewhere, at which point I then jump their, jump their homeland, and I jump their homeland and burn through Ulthuan. But again, I'm in no rush to do anything like that. So for the moment, I'm more than happy to keep them on my side, because they offer me a lot of protection. Having them here actually provides a huge buffer. I only really have to worry about this front, because anybody who comes over is going to hit them. Bretonia could potentially invade, but they'd have to go right around hostile territory to get there.
Between me and you. Now make treaty pact.
I want to see if we can get a little more out of them than that. They don't need military access. I don't really need military access. I don't see why they particularly want it. It just makes it easier for them to cap territories I'm after. So I'm a little concerned about my border here, because theoretically the High Elves could come over, but I do think they're a little too involved where they are at the moment. So, no, my ambush has been foiled. I'm really not fussed. So long as they're not attacking me, I'm not particularly fussed by my ambush is being foiled.
What? Don't disappoint me. Ready to march. Ambush! Attack! No. Need my warp token stash.
Okay.
Address me as Cielo.
Ooh, I should have taken longer. But no, that makes a nice, tempting target for them. Anything worth me getting. I'm going to take that for the growth. Growth is always good, especially as I'm capturing new territories like at the moment. That growth is going to be very beneficial for us. I need to start getting a bit more food out, which I can do through these. I've got a mod on which does help a little bit with the food, and you can see even with that on I'm struggling for food. So I'm gonna swap you for a food generator because I don't mind corruption there. You're still leaving there. I will be back in control of him shortly. I was just leaving him doing that, getting out of there. We've got quite a good income rolling at the moment. I might even look at throwing out another army soon, but I'm in no rush to do that just now. As I said, I want to build up a bit first, because the quicker I build up, the quicker that income goes up, the quicker I can get more. So it's a bit of a tricky, you know, it's a bit 50-50. It's good to build that up, but at the same time, it's good to let it. Sorry, it's good to build up armies, but at the same time, it's good to not build armies because you have the income for other things. Tell you what, if you give me $10K. Nope. Okay, then we're not accepting it. See, I do actually want to take a peace treaty with him, because I want him to batter into Clan Pestilence a little bit. Because if they do that, I can potentially get a confederation with Clan Pestilence. So allowing them to crank up the pressure on Clan Pestilence is actually going to be beneficial for me. But, again, I don't want to do it too quickly. I'm on a roll. I want to make sure I get the most out of what I can. I want to get all of this isthmus. So I want to get right down to the edge of Lustria. Join my confederation, Clan Pestilence. You know you want to. That's the other thing I do want to get in my armies. I want to get some Plague Sensor Bearers. I think I can recruit them now. It just would take me time to do it, because Plague Sensor Bearers are vicious infantry. They are my ultimate top tier infantry. They are very, very strong for Skaven. Now, there is always that caveat when you're talking about Skaven. They are very strong for Skaven, because Skaven are not a strong force. So, you know, that is something you do have to deal with, but, you know, it's something we'll deal with when we deal with. Ooh, Skull Reef. I'm nowhere near it to pick it up. Skull Reefs are always good. Oh no, they keep foiling my ambush. For that, you know what I have to do? I have to kill them.
Warpstone. Hate water.
Oh wow, the vamps are everywhere.
For the 13. Yes. Legs, tails, move. Legs, tails, move. Cunning plan. Skaven Yaka. Editola. Squeakmus. Clan war. We are
I just want to get him back up to full.
cunning scheming. Skaven warlord.
Can I not recruit Sensor Bearers yet? Hey, I can. So they are... I mean, they're similar to Plague Bearers. They've got very low armour, good HP, good melee attack, which also lowers leadership. Their magic attacks, their armour piercing. They're not anti-infantry, but they are armour piercing. So having some... They also have Frenzy, which is very nice. So do Plague Monks, though. But no, they're a very nice, solid, powerful unit. I mean, they have a lot better weapon strength as well. They're charged, and they've got better charge bonus. So I do want some of those.
Rictus.
It's just taking my time to get them. Right, I have Dr. Rataticus is immortal. Again, this was named after somebody's request, guys, so feel free to throw requests, especially for Skaven. I can have very, very silly Skaven names if you want, guys, because Skaven are silly, let's be honest. See, I don't like this. It just affects flying units. I'm really not a fan of that. Oh, I'm going to up that, because that ups my faction-wide income from trade. which I apparently have quite a lot of. Oops, right, so we've got, what was it we just got? We got hallucinogens, which buffs up my plague monks, which is nice. Plus extra loyalty for recruits, plus extra experience for night runners, assassins. You know what, I'm going to get that because I do use them quite a lot. You know, even though I generally have another army, you know, that's, I mean, how can I phrase it? I'm not throwing tons and tons and tons of them around the place, but what I generally have is I have an extra force, which is, you know, they're not in my main armies, but I generally have an extra army around, which is clan rats. So I may as, you know, I may as well be up you. So I may as well buff up their armor because it just makes them a little bit more effective. Because effectively what I use them as is a they're my meat shield army. So I like this army I've got here, which is just a meat shield army. Now this one's not quite the same, but it's mostly clan rats still. And this army is just another meat shield to throw in the way. It's basically rats for the grinder. They're cheap, they're plentiful. It's like Skaven slaves. I'm basically using them instead of Skaven slaves at this point. You know, I mean, if I wanted to, I could have 5 or 6 armies full of Skaven slaves, and they would be ridiculous. The issue is against certain factions, they'd probably work quite well because they'd terrify them. But against the lizard men, that tactic's not really a good idea because, you know, one unit of Saurus warriors will just sit there and fight, and it would just eat. I mean, I've played the lizard men, and I've done that. I've had, you know, if you want to watch it, I've got a Vortex campaign as Krokgar, and early game you end up fighting tons of Skaven slaves and things, low-level Skaven, and I think I fought off 3 armies with like 8, 10 units, something ridiculous like that. Literally just my line of lizard men just shredding this wall of Skaven which was being thrown at them, and it was glorious. I'm gonna be honest, it was proper epic fun battle. My frame rate might have suffered because I hadn't updated my PC at all then. I'm still waiting to update my graphics card. That's my next thing, but ooh, they're pushing. There's another Skaven uprising there. But you know, but no, and that, you know, so lizard men fighting Skaven. To be fair, anybody's fighting Skaven. I imagine the dwarfs are just as satisfying. Any good, stolid, you know, good, stolid force like that fighting Skaven is just epic fun. Because you literally just... Oh my god, they finally took that place down there. Mundy's pulled back. I don't trust them. Oops.
Let's tails move. I see y'all all. Gracia. Skaven warlord. Clan Rictus to war. Gotta steal everything.
Straight on. Ooh, but it's still going to be straight onto a wall.
Great warlord.
You have leveled up. You can become immortal.
Our clan will rise. Littermaster. All tales are mine. March. Into Nest Barrow. Knocked by God.
This is my Grey Seer, who's got Vermintide already. Up to your miss. That's very Skaven. I want to get him a Screaming Bell as well, but I'm in no rush to do that. Let's grab Blessed by Filth, which gives a poison buff for my guys. It is them who's got it. I just wanted to see who was holding that. I need to be careful going around here because obviously Bretonia might well hold territory around here. We'll have to see. Does look like it's Telia though, which is good.
Of the deep warrens.
And my assassin has leveled up. You're doing nicely, Mr. Assassin, actually. What are we upping at the moment? We're upping his defense, then we'll start pushing this one up. Up his damage, then we'll get these two, but we should get immortal soon. The assassins are very good, but they're very fragile units. You've got to use them very carefully. Skaven are interesting to play. How can I phrase this? It's an odd one. I think they're very fun to play because they're different. They're difficult to play. They're not my favourite. They're by no means my favourite faction. But Dwarves and Lizardmen are my favourite factions. I'm not even going to pretend that. I love both those factions. They are fantastic to play. However, I think the Skaven, while I don't enjoy them as much, they make me a better player because I have to think so much more tactically. I've got to be careful, you know. My invasion of the Lizardmen was always designed as a lightning war, you know. I've kept the pressure on as much as I can, not giving them the second to recoup, and I've been pushing up, and I've done very well by that. It was risky. I'm not even going to pretend it wasn't risky. If they'd had a couple of armies in the right place, they would have probably battered me, and I'd have fallen. I would have just crumbled, and they'd have been able to push back. But it was all about that pressure. And it looks like Pestilence is doing the same thing. And what I need to decide is, are the Lizardmen strong enough to batter Pestilence? Or do I need to keep the pressure on and then potentially have a Skaven on Skaven war? Ooh, that scares me.
You come to Norska, the gods will.
Let's check my walls around here, because I do not trust them. Okay, my walls look good, I hope.
Tretch Craventail. Be sneaky. Ambush attack. This way. What? On one command. Cunning ambush. I lead.
I'm hoping to provide them two tempting targets. I'm hoping I'm not going to get foiled, so
I have counsel.
it's always certain to get foiled, and then I'll go siege them. But it'll do one of two things, and they might even pull back. They might decide it's not worth holding it there. But ideally what I want them to do is I want them to push forwards and fall for one of my ambushes. Now, they're probably not going to do that, but there's always a chance, because my guys do have very high ambush chances, so... level that up. I want my ports up, because ports are very good income. And that's a nice thing about this isthmus. There's so many ports there. That is very, very good for my income, and it means that those places, once they've got those slave wheels leveled up, they're going to make me a lot of money. They are going to be very... this whole area here is going to be very, very valuable territory for me. And the High Elves are fighting back. I'm happy for this war to go back and forth. So long as the High Elves don't come and poke me, I'm happy for it to go... He just walked past me. What? I mean, it's fine. He's going to get battered. He is... How did he walk straight past me, though? I didn't... I double-timed my army so they couldn't intercept. I'm an umpty. I shouldn't have double-timed that army. Never mind. I mean, it's fine. They wouldn't have moved forwards otherwise. So actually, that's worked really nicely. We're going to move in and we're going to ambush that army. Nice, solid ambush on them will be humongously beneficial, guys. And then we'll batter him. The question is, do I want to go for a peace treaty? Because pestilence is powerful. That is the downside, and a war with pestilence could be very, very tricky. Alright guys, time for some fun!
Cunning scheme. Move march! We are brave, mighty. Opportunity! Fight!
Oh!
Fight. Get going!
I'm just going to auto this, guys, because it'll be a joke of a battle.
This is
And the auto will
victory
probably
only.
do better than I will, because I'd have taken a lot of losses on this, and not many on the
Enslave
others.
them to Rictus.
Let's enslave them.
Move your tails! Call me Lord Craventail. Sneak attack! War, fight, win! Loot, steal!
That was properly daft of Rictus. Lundy is still powerful. How powerful are Pestilence?
We barter, deal, which enemy?
I'm half tempted to go for a peace treaty, but I'm worried the lizard men won't come back from it and to put enough pressure on them. Because if I was guaranteed the lizard men would put enough pressure on. The downside is, though, I don't really want a war with Pestilence. That said, I am... How many territories do they have? 1, 2, yeah. 4, whereas I've got 1, 2, 3. I am definitely bigger than them. I think we need to keep the pressure on for the time being.
The deep warrens. Next stage, move. This way,
We'll push here next.
My plan scheme. Right path. Tretch Craventail, chieftain of the deep warrens. Call me Lord Craventail. Horned One's realm weakens.
Ooh, let's get you leveling up.
Let the bell scream, scream.
Let's go get this Sea Corpse. I'm sorry guys, I don't think we've actually had a proper battle this time. That said, we've been aggressively pushing, so that's always good. We'll take the public order bonus to start with.
I am greatest warlord. Yes, yes.
You can level that up again. My assassin can start. No, he can take the missile resistance first.
Gracie.
Warp lightning. And oh yeah, the Musketeer. So Grey Seers are very nice because they get some of the really nice spells. So I probably want to get a few more Grey Seer Lords out as well. That's my one who's wandering around though, so he's not so useful at the moment. He's still loyal somehow. I was expecting him to have betrayed me by now. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye, because I'm going to keep a little bit of pressure. I might just raid them for a while, see what goes on, because I can always decide to push later on. I mean, I could always just batter Mazamundi and then go, oh, I could be very nasty. I could get peace with Mazamundi and then I could go to war with Pestilence and batter them, because I only have one front with them at the moment. I could use Mundi to cover my other front, which would sufficiently weaken the Pestilence. The downside is if Mazamundi goes toward me, but if I push down here, I'm relatively secure from Mazamundi. That would be a very Skaven way to go to war, guys. Let me know in the comments if you think I should sue for peace with Mazamundi, then go to war with Pestilence to try and forcibly make them confederate with me. And that way I'm going to be I'm also going to be mitigating a lot of their strength, because them and Mazamundi will be fighting each other. Now that actually worked really well, because I could just push down here. I'm not quite connected, but I could push straight into here and capture. And then I've only got one front rather than having loads of fronts at the same time. Now the downside is I will end up with big fronts with Mazamundi when I do eventually finish him off. But I do still have this nice solid wall for when I go to war. And I could push down here and potentially confederate.
Approach me.
No, you still won't. Anyway, guys, this is something to decide for next time. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. This one's going to go up before I record my next one, because this will be going up tomorrow anyway. So thank you very much for watching, guys, as always. If you have liked this, guys, and you enjoy my content, please chuck a like on and subscribe to see more videos from me. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. Please feel free to throw comments in the comments or jump on my Discord, which is linked down below in the comments. I don't know why I'm pointing down. You can't see what I'm pointing at. There's also the links to my social media and my Patreon there. So obviously feel free to jump onto Discord and say hi. Thank you very much for watching, guys.